Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you just talking about how to move a knot, how to anchor it. This is going to just be helpful for you as you work through these many knots in your rosary. So I've got my tool here. I've got the short, the skinnier end over here on the right. And I've just got a practice cord here that I'm going to be using to show you how to kind of manipulate a knot. So I'm just going to leave a little tail here, and I'm just going to do I'm actually going to do a larger wrapped knot because this is going to help when you're working on the cross and you're wanting to move that very large bottom part of your cross. So I'm going to do an 8 wrap barrel knot here. So remember, we just cross over, under. I make the X, that's my first wrap, second wrap, third wrap, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Remember, we're always working to the left when we're working on our barrel knots. I'm going to go ahead and take the end of my cord, tuck behind and underneath. Okay, so when I slide this off, I'm just going to show you what I would be doing here. So when I slide it off, I'm just barely going to be touching on the top and bottom here with my index finger of my right hand and my thumb of my right hand. And when I slide it off, I'm not going to be squeezing very hard, but I'm just going to be kind of holding on to all those wraps, okay? So I'm just going to show you that, say I want to move the knot up to here, okay? I'm going to use my left thumb and index finger to be what I call an anchor, meaning it's kind of going to push back as I move this knot. And I can move this right now before tightening it. I can move this, I can just move all those rows very gently over. See how I moved that a little bit over? And then I can start to tighten down. And before I start pulling too much on this right cord, I'm going to be twisting, pushing from behind. And when I push from behind, I pull just a little bit on the cord in my right hand. And I'm twisting with the coils. I push from behind and I gently pull on the cord. If I pull too tight on the cord and too fast, I will have no room to move this knot. Because what if I all of a sudden decide, oh, I actually need to move it out, way out. So look, I can slide that out very gently, pretty far. I can move it back pretty far. But as soon as I pull on this right cord and I tighten down, now I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room, okay? So if you're wanting to move your knot and you want to have movement in your knot, you want to make sure that you're not pulling too much and too hard on this cord in your right hand so that you have the ability to move these coils, these wraps up and down your cord, okay? So I'm going to tighten it down. Here's my anchor. So I'm pushing, tightening down, and I'm coiling. Coil, see how I'm twisting it? I'm coiling it. And then I push from behind with my right nail, and I pull on the cord when I push from behind. And I do everything very gently and very slowly, because if you go fast, you pull too hard, you move too quickly, you push too hard, that's when you'll get all of these wraps to start overlapping. And that's right away gonna mean you're gonna have to undo your knot and redo it, which is okay, and you will at first be more likely to have to redo your knots, okay? But if you start to get, I'm gonna pull this really hard so you can kind of see what happens when you pull too hard, too fast. See how everything gets out of line? And you're probably like, oh, well, that's just life. It is, but it isn't. You can just twist this. Just keep twisting. Just keep twisting. And as I twist it, you see it's starting to lay down. Because remember, this is a coil. So I'm just going with the coil. I'm going the same direction that the coil is going. And see how I was able to line that all up, and I'm able to pull again, and then I can squeeze and I can twist. And that will get all of those rows to line up very nicely. See how that lines up very nicely? All of the rows are the same tightness. They're not overlapping each other. And it's because I'm using that coil. And you can always just go over any knot like that, and it will lay all of those rows down for you. It's really a beautiful technique to make that really smooth. You see how smooth that is? And it's just, I'm just twisting around my fingers around it, kind of using, I'm not holding too tight. I'm just slightly wringing my fingers, running them across the coils in the same direction that they are coiling. And then that just makes that all lay down. So hopefully that helps you in making a nice tight barrel knot, and how to manipulate. It's all about not pulling on this cord, not getting your knot very tight. That's when you can manipulate it. You'll be able to move it easily when it's loose. When you tighten it down and you start to tighten down these ends specifically, you're not going to be able to move this knot very much. Okay? So hopefully that helps you in working on your knots, especially the 8-wrap knot, which is a little trickier than some of the other barrel knots. So happy rosary making, and God bless.